Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to another PSO2 tutorial. And today we are going to be talking about unique badges and rising mission badges and how you get them, what do you do with them, and overall, what kind of payout are you looking for, and are they actually worth your time inside PSO2? But before we get to that, if you find the tutorial helpful or enjoyment by any means, make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe, since I do got brand new videos all about PSO coming out pretty much every day for the most part. Might it be tutorial, news update, and just some fun old times that might happen within the game itself. And if you are interested, feel free to hop on over to twitch.tv/PonyShow, where I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, starting at midnight Central, playing PSO, as well as a whole bunch of other RPGs that are gonna get very interesting soon with a little game called Xenoblade. You might or may not know how much I love, but come on over there if you want to experience all of that. But for now, let's go ahead and get into what exactly is weapon badges, shall we? So here we are inside PSO2, and to start this off, you might be wondering, well, exactly is your badges and how to find them. So, underneath your item, or in your storage as well, you will find them over next to your furniture tab, whatever the tab is called, I still don't know. But from here you can see there is exactly two types of badges, with a rising weapon badge 1 and unique weapon badges. So, you might be wondering, what is this in here between the two? Outside of one being obviously way more common than the other. So, unique weapon badges are given out to you by defeating enemies, and certain enemies will drop them, as well as being able to get them inside origin quests, other quests. Pretty much you can get them in a number of ways, and pretty soon, as you can see, you can get a nice little stockpile of them. But don't let the number fool you, because sadly, if I have over 700, that is not a lot, all things considered, which we will get into. As far as rising weapon badges, as you can see, they are way more uncommon. And these are mainly dropped from pretty much two-way for the most part, which is certain origin quests such as the Fort Bomb battle that is happening right now at the time of this video. And also, you can get them from your mission pass as well. So, if you want more information on Mission Pass, I did do a video all about it, so make sure you click up there in the cards and check that out. But as far as seeing how you actually get this, if you go over to your Mission Pass, you will see pretty much in the free version of the pass, they do give them away every couple levels or so, with you getting any more so if you do have the Mission Pass. And honestly, at that way, the mission pass is fairly easy to get any without actually paying real life money, since yeah, the star gems are handed out like candy, which you can use to buy the mission pass. But once again, click the call above to get more information on that, as I am being reminded that there is an origin quest happening right now. So now that the game is done reminding me that I guess the mission was accomplished, let's get back into this. So from here, outside of having your badges, we need to talk about how to spend said badges and what you get from them. So, right off the bat, collect your badges from your inventory or from your storage and head on over to the shopping district on the left side on the second floor. You will run into that wonderful little place here with a whole bunch of little ladies standing by doing all sorts of stuff for a lot of the extra currencies you can get for trading purposes. But the one we want to look for is the wonderful lady, a mission and memory exchange, which I will go into memory exchange in a later video. So if you want to see that, make sure to like, let me know, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. But for now, we're going to go ahead and talk to her. And from here, we have two main options, which is exchange badges and exchange rising weapon badges. So let's go over the normal badges to begin with here. So, from here, go to Unique Weapon Badge, and you will notice a lot of weapons. Pretty much every class have a handful of weapons here that is, as you can see, kind of expensive at 400 badges each, which come back to what I stated earlier, about 700 seemed like a lot, but in retrospect, we only got enough for maybe 1.5 of these. So yeah, you're gonna have to collect a lot of these badges if you want to use them. So outside of being better in many ways weapon-wise, is of course the weapons are some of the more difficult weapon to find, and also a little more higher power than a lot of weapons you can get by just doing normal content and not doing item farming and leveling up and, you know, all that type of stuff that you can do to, of course, get a little higher to some of these weapons. But if you don't want to deal with crafting, leveling, farming items, and you want to get a well-rounded item right out of the gate and be fairly good for a bit, this is actually a pretty good alternative to all that stuff. And on top of that, you can see we do have bonus stat boosts over there on the right as well, with 20 point to everything, except for, of course, HP and PP at 50 and 4, which is honestly fairly decent for the most part, and are actually fairly good, like I said, if you don't want to go down the rabbit hole of crafting or farming. So, with that, you might be wondering, why unique badges are really needed here, and is the weapons that you get from that actually so much better? Well, the answer is yes, in a lot of ways, as you can already tell, and also from how much more uncommon it is, the weapons that you will get by going into a chain rising weapon badges are a little more better in some ways here. First of all, like, looking at these, you might be thinking, like, wait, the damage are a little lower on these, or, like, roughly about the same. But what is more so important here is, of course, the bonuses over there on the right under stat bonus. As you can see, well, doing normal badges are only a handful of ability. This one is way higher and also way more stuff to get in return as far as like getting into your defense, your power, and whatnot. And as you can also see, these are also a little more on the offensive side as well, with each of the weapons costing roughly 20 of the badges. So once again, a little bit of farming having to do to get some of these, and even more so with these being locked behind certain origin quests. And you can also get some back pieces and some armor pieces as well for your character, so you can change up the way your character also look here by getting some stats. But as you can tell, the actual armor is a little more expensive than weapon, but in return, this is going to come down to personal preference in some way. Do you want a weapon that is a little lower as far as damage is concerned, but way higher on the return to your stats? Or do you want to go after weapons that are much more tied to damage output with fairly okay stats? And then on top of that, as you can also tell by some of these here, is the weapons are much more unique, and I believe you cannot find the items out in the field. So yeah, if you're a completionist or a collector, something to keep in mind here, and let me know in the comment, because like I said, I don't believe you can get these out in the wilds, but you might be able to somewhere or another, because yeah, the farming game or the end game of killing bosses for certain items is a very daunting and confusing thing to do, which, you know, one day we will dive down that rabbit hole, but today it's just not that day. But these are the main two things you can do with your badges, with these being, like I said, way better stat-wise, at least a stat boost anyway. And then, of course, like I said, you got your chain badge if you just want more rounded ability that is, or weapon that is more tied to your HP and your power. Well, the other weapons are power, defense, and other stats as well. And yeah, that is pretty much everything that is about using badges or weapon badges or rising weapon badges. So you can, yeah, decide if you want to get a little bit of a head start and get some pretty decent weapons as you begin your journey into some in-game activities or start hunting down some better stuff. Or once again, like I said, if you just want to hit the ground running and you don't want to deal with having to figure out crafting or modifications of weapons, this is a good alternative for anyone who just want to get a good weapon and get out there and start killing some farfans. And there you go. There is everything you need to know about weapon badges and what you can get and what good items you can get, or just items that will help you on your way to you find something a little bit better. And also, actually collecting these badges, like I said, is a little convoluted, especially with the more Wising weapon badge being a little more tied to certain origin quests and whatnot. So, that's how you pin it. If you got a crap ton of them and you didn't know what to do with it, now you do. With that, I think that would do it for the tutorial. And once again, if the video was helpful in any way at all, make sure you do the like, favorite, subscribe for any more PSO tutorial, walkthroughs, how-tos, and I get happy dory time as we discuss everything PSO2 related. And with that, my dudes, I will see you all in the comments.